Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you how to separate asparagus plants into several from one plant. Right here on my asparagus garden, I mean there's a few other things in here, but this is one of my asparagus gardens. I have them planted in a few different places. I got them in here with some tomatoes and a couple other things like garlic. So I'm going to get this started. So one of the first considerations you want to make when doing this is you want to look at the bottom of the plant. Now this is just one single stalk, so it might not be ideal for splitting up. We also look on top. I don't see any flowers, so it's likely a female plant that dropped seeds. Now on the other hand, you look at this one, see those little flowers? Those are male flowers. So that's a good choice, except at the bottom we just see one main thing, so I wouldn't necessarily... Oh, you know what? There's more. Okay. Yeah, so this one is a big bunch. This one's a bunch of... the crown has separated itself sort of into about 6 different spots. Some of them are a little bit immature, so I'm going to look towards possibly a better choice. Okay, here's one that's fairly mature. This one has several separate lines. Now I'm looking up. I don't see male flowers, so I'm a little suspicious of this one. I'm not going to go with that one. I really want to get one with male flowers, because male flowers are the more productive of the two. So I think I'm going to go back to this one with the male flowers, and I'll dig this one up and split it up. Now I got my trusty shovel here, and I'm going to dig around it. I want to try and get about 10 inches circle around it. Try not to damage the crown too much. Now this one is sunk pretty deep. It's very deep. I think I'm gonna have to put this down. Okay, and this is what I've got. Just some nice healthy roots. Keep in mind I grew this one from seed. So, you know, it's doing fairly well. So I'm gonna take it and split it up. Okay, so I have the spears here, and now I'm going to try and separate them. Just going to do as best as I can here. It's kind of tough to do it, you know, by hand. You can use a shovel like this and just, you know, go down on it like this. You'll hear a crunch. That. Or try this knife to separate them. Now it's easy to start from the top, because then you know where you're going. If you're going up, you might cut the actual stalk in half, and then you pretty much have no chance of getting anything out of it. See there, I cut my first one. that. You see that where it's cut? That'll heal no problem. You know, I got these nice ones. Some people even would trim these back. I'm probably not going to. Now what I'm going to do here is take the other outside stalks and I'm going to push them into the ground and make a cut. Now this one's not a very big one, it's just one strand, but you know what, that should be fine as long as I keep it wet and don't let it dry out. Should be very viable. Now I'm just going to take one more on the edge. There. See, there's nothing wrong with dividing a plant like this, leaving two branches, that's fine. You know, what's important is what we have here, the root. Now, I'm going to keep this too. So basically I have, with the healthy root, basically I've separated one plant into four. Weed in there. Into four. Three of them look pretty good. The other one I'm going to have to be a little careful with, but I think it'll be fine. Now I have these pots here. I chose these for a pretty important reason, and that reason is because I had them. So, this one I'm going to go with. I'm going to take the medium-sized ones. I'm going to start them in pots. The reason is, I really want to be able to keep an eye on these smaller ones. The bigger ones, I'll just put back into my bed, and they're big enough root system that I probably don't really have to worry too much about them. I'm just going to water them in, you know, a couple of days and let them go. These ones in pots, I'll have them so I can keep an eye on them closer to the house, and you know, not have to worry as much. You know, that way I can check. It's a lot easier to control your watering, you know, in a small pot versus a big garden. Most people know that. It's fairly common sense. Now these two bigger ones, I'm going to put them back in the bed because there's no reason for me to put them in pots. They both have very healthy root systems, and I've already doubled my production in the bed, and then I'll have two nice semi-mature plants. So now I'm going to go water these. I'm going to put them on my back patio so I can keep an eye on them. And I'll probably be planting these in another bed in about a month. So, hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something, and bye for now. Have a great day.